Todd Anderson is focused and ready for this one. Yet another chance to show the baseball world what he's made of. It's the Los Angeles Angels and the Boston Red Sox. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Back here in Boston. And on the mound today, Todd Anderson. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Masataka Yoshida leading things off and takes a strike.
Thinking about Yoshida, he's never going to be the biggest player when he's on the field, but that doesn't mean he can't hit. He gets on base and doesn't strike out very often. That combo makes you a valuable asset to your club.
Up the middle, dives, but it kicks off his glove. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first. So up next, Wilyer Abreu. 2 for 8 in the series so far. In there at the knees. 0-1. Runner at first with no outs here. And that one fouled off. Ground ball left side, and it's through for a hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
First and second, no outs. Here's Rafael Devers.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Yoshida, the lead runner at second. Abreu on at first with nobody out. Off the mark there. And now it's even 1-1.
1-1.
And fouled off. And that one missing low.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Two now. Struck him out looking.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
Now batting Tristan Casas.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. No hits over his last 5 games.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed.
0-2.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Now, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Connor Wong. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. And that misses. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
First and second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. On the ground.
That's a foul
and that's
ball.
just foul. Next one is off the plate. And a count 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
2-2.
And that one ripped into right. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at third. So it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And here is Michael Conforto. 4 for 8 in the series so far. Breaking ball through there for a strike. That's hard hit on the line. Drops into the glove, and that's the inning. Huge opportunity missed there. On to the second from Fenway Park. Angels 2 and the Red Sox nothing. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the second baseman, Alex Bregman. Anderson back to work. And there's a strike. Bregman hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's a former All-Star Game MVP. And a foul ball. And he gets Bregman. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Here's Story now. Hitless in the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. Story working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. One down, base is empty. Grounds one to short. Kingery over to first, and Story is out.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, stay down.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Pitch misses, and it's 1-0.
1-0.
2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is downstairs. This to third. Slings to first. Red Sox go 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head on down to the top of the third. Angels 2 and the Red Sox nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Inside, just missed.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
That clips the corner.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Got him swinging on that pitch away to finish him off, but everything early in the at-bat was in tight. Really challenged him in there with some competitive pitches, not letting him get his hands extended, but of course that eventually opens up the outside part of the plate, and he just wasn't able to adjust.
And stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just
no,
missed.
that missed. That's a ball. 1-0.
Swings and misses. And a count 1-1. 1 out, base is empty. Inside. 2 balls and a strike.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. Sure, he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. It could become dangerous.
Devers now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And Devers hits that one, and foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Kingery over to first, and Devers is set down. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for Boston. They trail things here 2-0. Bottom 4, here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Tristan Casas. You know, Singy, they talk about Red Sox Nation, but there is something to that because the Boston Red Sox aren't just about Boston or Massachusetts. It's that whole New England area. So you're talking about Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Northern Connecticut. There's a whole segment of the country that is locked in on the Boston Red Sox pitch to pitch throughout the summer.
They travel really well, and I think Red Sox fans are sprinkled all over the country.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Wong, the next to hit, takes ball one. To the right side. Wade takes it himself. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Michael Conforto will climb in. He's 0 for 1. Just missed.
1 ball, no strikes.
Back to the mound. It hit him. The throw is still in time, and they do get the out. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. They trail it here 3-0. Back here at Fenway, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Alex Bregman.
So, Boog, you went to college in this town. What was it like for you being a college student and having the opportunity to bounce over here to Fenway Park and see some games?
Yeah, in fact, 1990, a couple of college classmates and I, we were in college. We bought standing room tickets, and then the next night got a chance to see the Red Sox clinch the East against the White Sox in that sliding catch in the corner by Tom Brudansky. The Red Sox would end up losing to the Oakland A's in the playoffs, but that's one of the things that I'll think about in terms of memories from going to college and going to Fenway. Tap foul at the plate.
You know, these Red Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Darno on to first, gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike. Here's Trevor Story now. Grounded out his first time up.
And on the mound, you know, confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Oh, he botches it. Still able to fire over, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. So digging in, Ceddanne Rafaela. Grounded out his first time. Rafaela, 25 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. That misses.
Ball, that's low.
1-0. Next offering is fouled back.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Got him looking. Strikeout number 8. Down in order go the Red Sox. They're down 4-0. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Anderson back to work. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
It's 0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 2. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2.
1 ball,
The
2
Halos
strikes.
leading by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch is in the
2
dirt.
and 2.
And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Up the middle, Kingery. Now the throw to first on the run. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. Nice stop. The feed for 1. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Angels 4 and the Red Sox nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The first baseman, Flashback. Prospect.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
ground ball up the middle. Handles, throws to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, catcher, Connor.
Here's the catcher, Connor Wong. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
In there at the knees for a strike. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely. And I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it surprised a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Full count.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Todd Anderson out of the game, and he was excellent. Really controlled this game on the mound, and we'll have a new arm for you in a minute.
Now pitching for
Hans Kraus taking over on the mound.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads, because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Anderson worked into the 7th, didn't allow any runs, posted double-digit strikeouts.
I liked what we saw from him in this start, Boo. He competed, didn't fall apart at the seams, and made sure his teammates could finish the job and get the win. Nice start.